So one of the first things I actually wanted to talk about, I was unaware that this had happened. I got recommended a video on YouTube. I very often go to the Lo-Fi Girl YouTube channel, right, to listen to the 24/7 lo-fi hip-hop beats to chill/study to. So randomly YouTube recommended me a video that was posted on the Lo-Fi Girl YouTube channel. The hashtag ended with hashtag escape 2021. And I was like, what is that? What is escape 2021? And it's a video. It was like this animated video where it showed the Lo-Fi Girl doing her normal thing where she's studying, and she takes a break. She's like, flips through a book, and there's like all this like doodles and everything. It's like hashtag escape 2021, you do escape 2021. I was like, what? And then at the end of the video, it gave like a date. It was like 12/16. And I read the description, and it said an event had already happened. They were like, oh, we're gonna have the viewers go through various events that happened in 2021 and end it with a special surprise. And it's gonna be this thing called, it's going to be called like YouTube Escape 2021 or something. And there was a link in the description, linking to like a highlight video on the YouTube channel. Like it's just called YouTube. I didn't know YouTube had their own channel, by the way. Like, of course they do, but it just like made me think, what the hell? But anyway, I digress. It was a video to like a highlight of that event. And it was literally an event where YouTube showed off and said, hey, this year, this person got this many views, and this year, this type of content got this many views, and this year, these things happened. And then while they were going through those things, they would do some fun like game that the viewers in the chat could participate in. So for instance, the first thing they did was they're celebrating that Olivia Rodrigo had a lot of views this year. She kind of blew up, but YouTube in the Escape 2021 wanted to highlight the fact that Olivia Rodrigo had a ton of views and got a lot of subscribers this year. So they were showing one of her songs, and then they told the chat, vote for which remix you want to hear right now. And they had 4 options that they put on the screen, and the chat could vote which one they wanted to choose. And literally the chat voted, and they picked one, and I think 80 Synth won the first one. So then they played the 80 Synth remix of the Olivia Rodrigo song. And then after it ended, they're like, okay, which one do you want to hear next, chat room? It was the same 4 options, but they took out the 80s like synth one because that was the first one they voted for. Chat voted again, and they were like, lo-fi. They're like, oh, okay, here you go, lo-fi. And they just did that. And I was like, oh, this is really cool. They just had the chat like participate in this fun little thing where, we want to celebrate the fact that Olivia Rodrigo really gained fame and had so much popularity on this platform. Like, here's some remixes. Which one do you want to hear first, guys? Cool. Like, I was like, this is neat. I like this idea. It's fun, enjoyable. And for another example, the other thing they did was Ed Sheeran, I guess, released a music video this year that was really popular. Got just a shitload of views. Okay. They were like, hey, chat, pay attention to what's happening in the music video right here in this moment, in these like next 10 seconds. Pay attention to everything that's happening. After it was past those 10 seconds, they asked a question. They were like one of the things was, they're like, how many rings does Ed Sheeran have on his hand? And everyone had to guess. Everyone was like, unless you paid attention and you knew, then you had to answer it. And the chat room just answered it. They're like, oh, did you get it right? It's like, oh yeah, there we go. And chat room went for it. I was like, okay, this is a fun little game. Like, even I was watching it going like, damn, I'm kind of upset I missed this event. This seems like a fun interactive thing for the chat. Like, they're all just, I don't think there's any reward for getting anything right, but it's fun. Like, chat interactivity, I think, is a lot of fun with live streams. I think that's why a lot of people like watching live streams. It's because like, it's almost like going to a live show to an extent, right? But it's within the confines of your house or your room or whatever the hell you're watching it. Maybe you're watching it on your phone at work. It's just kind of like a moment where it feels like you're watching a live that you would see like a concert or, a live comedian perform. It's just fun. So to have interactivity kind of helps makes it feel real. Yeah, and I really like this YouTube event, this Escape 2021. They actually ended it. They did a bunch of other stuff. I didn't watch the event. I had no idea it happened. I just watched the highlight video that they posted. It was like a 14-minute video. And I was just so impressed. I was like, this is such a fun, enjoyable thing that YouTube put on. Like, this looks cool. They ended it with BTS, the K-pop group, perform in Minecraft. Like, I was like, what? Like, they made Minecraft skins of all the BTS characters. They had their characters perform Minecraft. Like, I was like, what? This is cool. And it was just like, they would show like a bunch of people were just hanging out on Minecraft watching BTS perform. And I was like, dude, that's so cool. And the reason I did Minecraft is because this year marked a milestone where Minecraft content, just Minecraft content on YouTube, reached 1 trillion views. It was just them celebrating. That was like how YouTube wanted to celebrate. They had BTS perform. That was the end of that event too. It was like a way they capped it off. I watched the highlight video. I was like, this looks cool. I was like, this looks like a really cool event. And it got me thinking. I was wondering. I was like, oh, it's called Escape 2021. But I realized I was like, wait a minute. I felt like Scooby-Doo for a second, like Scooby-Doo gang. I fucking pulled the mask off and I was like, hold on a second. You're not actually a ghost. You're not actually Escape 2021. This is YouTube Rewind. It's like you literally just put YouTube Rewind and just called it something else. So that way people wouldn't just meme all over it. So I feel like they did this Escape 2021 so that way people wouldn't meme so hard on it. I'm sure people still meme pretty hard on it and probably shit on Escape 2021 for who knows what reasons for 2021. But what I liked about it was instead of making this like big video with all these like content creators and being like, oh, look at all this stuff and look at, and kind of making, you know, fun creative video, they were just like, let's come up with fun creative ideas using the stuff that's already on our platform, and like let's find a way to have chat be interactive with it. And I thought that was cool. I was like, yeah, because live streaming has become such a big thing in the last year or two. So many people watch live streams. So many people have decided to live stream. Maybe the only criticism I would have had, and I think a lot of people would have, I'm sure a lot of people have this criticism. I haven't looked to see what people genuinely thought about Escape 2021. But I haven't seen what people said. And I think if there was maybe one complaint I had, and it's a weird complaint to have. I think it's a weird complaint to have. All the because the thing YouTube wanted to highlight was like, look how many views this got. It got, you know, they just got like a really high number, right? Unfortunately, those people that got a lot of views, most of them were like a corporation or a mainstream radio pop artist of some sort. I think the only like what I would consider like, oh, a YouTube like channel or like a YouTuber was Hydraulic Press stuff. They mentioned how Hydraulic Press videos got just a ton of views this year. So they showed off a couple Hydraulic Press stuff and I was like, oh cool, yeah, definitely Hydraulic Press stuff is really popular. Like everything else was like, oh, Olivia Rodrigo got this. I'm like, okay, that's a radio artist that only uses YouTube to help really promote the music that she plays on the radio or something, like CDs. And it was like, Ed Sheeran released this video that was super popular. I was like, okay, again, another mainstream like pop radio artist. Or be like, oh, The Weeknd was super popular. I'd be like, okay, same thing. We're still this mainstream radio pop artist. Again, nothing wrong with that. Those I think it's still worthy to celebrate that those videos got so many views, but should acknowledge and remember that these are big name artists. Of course, they got billions of views or millions of views. Like everyone knows who there is. You walk in a room and you say like, yo, The Weeknd, people will know what you're talking about. Or they'll ask you like, what about Friday and Saturday? Like something going on this weekend? So yeah, I think the one thing I would have liked to see in the Escape 2021 was there's so many people who use only YouTube as their platform. That is their only source of like providing entertainment for their fans and their community. I think it would have been nice to highlight some of their achievements that they've had. The VTuber community, I know it had the boom in 2020 and it's been kind of stagnating now, but for fuck's sake, I think it was earlier this year, right? Kiryu Coco from Hololive graduated and she had the live stream with the most views just of all time. There was like 60,000. I know it's a big gap, but it's still, that's huge, dude. There's so many people who could only, there are corporations who could pull in large numbers that only dream of having numbers like that in a live stream. So it's like, why, I don't know, why couldn't we highlight that? Like, why couldn't we highlight, it's like, oh, the biggest live stream this year was this live stream, and then highlight that person. You know, I know Kyoko graduated, so it's not like she could come back and do this thing, but I'm sure YouTube could contact HoloLive and set up something for the Escape 2021 to celebrate it. I mean, there's like that. I'm sure, I mean, I don't know of any, but I'm sure that there are plenty of, you know, I mean, just even the big name content creators, you know, like PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, people like that, these huge Markiplier, all these huge YouTubers, they get millions and millions of views, like on the daily. I'm sure you could have put them in Escape 2021 and celebrated some of their achievements. I'm sure, well, there's nothing wrong with celebrating the achievements of Ed Sheeran releasing a video and it gets, you know, whatever, 100 million views or something. I'm sure there were YouTubers who also had big celebrations. Like, I mean, hell, every time HoloLive debuts a new generation, each debut stream gets an absurd amount of views. Like, an absurd amount. Hell, we have Gouda, who's in Hollow Myth. She's at 3 million subscribers. She got that within a year. I know she started in 2020, but still, like, within the year, she hit 3 million. And most of that was during 2021. They were only around for the last couple months in 2020. YouTube could have celebrated that. Like, that's some pretty fast growth there. I think I would have preferred, instead of like corporations being the thing YouTube highlights, because yeah, obviously they get the most views because, well, let's be honest, they have the money and the manpower to put out, and the clout too. It would have been cool to see them highlight the various YouTubers who accomplished some kind of achievement. No, it was just like a small thing I was thinking about. It almost felt like it was too corporate. I know YouTube hasn't been grassroots for a long time. It's been a corporate machine for a long time. But it would have been nice to like see even just big name YouTubers. Doesn't have to be the small name ones. Doesn't have to be those up and coming channels that are, you know, just starting to get close to peaking 1 million, or they've been at several 100,000 for a while here. And if they had just highlighted the achievements of like PewDiePie, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, and his YouTubers who are huge, have, you know, tons and tons and tons of subscribers, I think it would have been interesting. It would have made it feel more YouTube, I guess. And all the highlights for some reason had to do with music. There was only like one thing that they celebrated. There was 2 things they celebrated that weren't music related, and one was Minecraft, the other one was hydraulic press videos. I was just like, really, YouTube? There wasn't anything else that caught a boom of some sort and on your platform that you could celebrate and be like, whoa, you guys watched a lot of this, you stupid fucking cunt. I mean, overall though, I did enjoy Escape 2021. The highlight video I watched was really cool. I thought what they were doing was awesome. I was like, hell yeah, this is cool. You should do this. This is how YouTube should wrap up the year every year. Is like, do these interactive fun stuff that the audience can join in on, while also going, oh yeah, that happened. Like, I truly think it would make kind of the year-end recap on YouTube way more fun. It would be super interesting. I hope in 2022, at the end of that, they do some cool thing, something dope. YouTube, do some cool shit, some cool, sick, nasty live stream stuff for it, and find some other fun achievements to highlight that aren't hey, this pop artist did this. Like, how many views the fucking cow hoof carving videos get? There was a good stint of time where like everyone's getting recommended those cow hoof carving videos. Hell, after that stopped, I started getting recommended carpet cleaning videos. Actually, I will say one thing on those carpet cleaning videos, they're all ruined for me now, because there's one video I saw where this carpet, it was disgusting. This carpet was like black, and I watched the entire video of them cleaning it. That was the pinnacle of carpet cleaning videos, and honestly, none of them come close to how filthy this carpet was.